Hello, everyone, and happy National Direct Primary Care Day to you. So, today, across the country, you're going to see doctors come together and talk about direct primary care. It is our first National Direct Primary Care Day across the country, and truly an amazing time for this movement, for patients, for physicians, and interestingly enough, for even insurance companies to be able to get their clients great care at affordable rates. So, just wanted to come online today and share a little bit about this journey and talk about the benefits of direct primary care. So, as many of you know, I've had a very interesting journey. I was the medical director of regional medical director at a large healthcare system in Connecticut. And then I had this really unique opportunity to launch a direct primary care practice for an employer here in Connecticut. And so that was my first intro to what healthcare could look like. And this was maybe over 10 years ago. The journey took me along, and I became the chief medical officer of a large community health center, thinking, hey, I'm at the top, I can change healthcare. And I realized you can't. Healthcare is way too broken. You cannot fix the systems the way it is. I didn't believe it initially when people told me that until I saw it for myself. And then I found myself coming in my own ways of my ideas. I would get creative, and then I'd say, oh, you can't do this because of this Joint Commission rule. You can't do this because of HRSA rules. You can't do this because of NCQA accreditation. And any idea for innovation, I blocked with some policy procedure that was administrative, and at the end of the day, didn't really change the patient care outcome. So 2019, one fine day, I put in my resignation, quit my job, had my last day on November 15th, 2019, and opened up the practice November 16th, 2019. And that was just a few months before the pandemic. So, I think, to be almost 6 years out, to have just now moved into our new location, to go from a one-man team to an actual team, it's been a remarkable journey. And I think for those of us who do this in direct primary care, we do this not because it's going to make us millions, because frankly speaking, I would make much more if I went to an urgent care and saw 30 patients a day and charged super high rates and billed every single question, breath, movement that you made, and bill it to insurance, right? So those of us who do this, we do it because we believe in it. We do it because we think there's a better way. We do it because we are exhausted from the system telling us what to do and how to do it, how much time to spend with our patients. And yes, we need to keep our doors open. So of course, we have to be smart. We have to be aware of what it is to run a business, because if we don't run it well, we're not going to be there. But we don't have to, gouge prices and sort of, really artificially inflate everything. We can bring down the cost while still giving good care. So, as I think of today being National Direct Primary Care Day, I think this is a fantastic movement. I think if you look across the board, you will see more and more data on this. It's now in federal law for the first time ever. As of this year, the words direct primary care are in federal law. It is clarified to use HSAs for direct primary care. You have large multi-state companies who are offering direct primary care for their employees for better access, better care, and cost savings. So there is a huge change in the U.S. healthcare system. And I think over the next decade, we will see more and more direct primary care. What we have to be careful with is that we don't lose the heart and soul of this. We have to be careful that this does not fall into the hands of regulators who then now begin to dictate how we do things and what we do. We have to make sure that the sanctity of the doctor-patient relationship remains and that we do not give control up. Right? This movement is about taking back that control, both for patients and for physicians who are subject to burnout, who are subject to bullying, who are subject to their art and craft being taken away from them and being reduced merely to practitioners, prescribers, and providers. That's not why we go into medicine. That's not why we sacrifice so much of what we do to be given a label that makes us very generic. So I'm excited for the future. I think the direct primary care movement is here to stay. I think we've proven our worth. I think we've shown patients what care can be like. And in the process, we've had fun. One of my patients texted me a message internationally of holding a bag that said 4 elements that we had given them. And this whole journey has been absolutely magical. But we give up a lot. We give up time with our families. We give up time with our children. We give up things that we want to do because we have to work more than what we would have if we were employed. But I think the key piece for me is that we do it with this purpose of doing something that is bigger than any of us. We do this for the movement. We do this for the opportunity to have freedom and to make choices. And for that, I will forever be grateful. And to my family, who has endured with my absence in so many ways as we've gone upon this journey. This day is to celebrate all of you and all of those families across the country who allow the physicians to do what we do in the way we wish to care for our patients. So happy National Direct Primary Care Day. And I hope the future is as exciting for you as you look at what your health can be like as it is for us. And if you ever want to learn more about what we do, just check us out on Instagram or Facebook or www.4elementsmd.com. Have a great night.